and third. You keep trying to move on and progress like, I ain't tripping on that. Like, yes, you is. That's why you say weird ass cause you still bad. So don't sit there and act like you're not.
I don't know where you at. It's hot and cold with you. When you wanted to and I wasn't in the mood, it was just like, is this a case where he might go find it somewhere else?
Him cheating has put a lot of stress on me and on his relationships. Like, yeah, I decided to move past it, but I'm still hurt. So if you decide to move past it with me, you understand, like, I don't want to sit there and harp over these things that hurt me. But like, when you constantly still moving in those same type of ways, it's going to bring up those same type of emotions.
You think because you're Saucy Santana that you like above everybody?
I don't think that I'm above nothing.
Thankfully, I'm the best thing that ever happened to you, just like you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Bitch, you saying that this happened because of me. Bitch, I see very mother.
Sitting at this table because of me. You sitting at this table because of me. Because I couldn't do this without you. I still got the text. Shout out to Bambi. Shout out to going to jail. Because without you, and you know, bitch, you ain't out.
Them hoes ain't give a f about you. Them hoes left you in the dust, bitch.
What's the latest song you did? What's the latest song? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Yes.
Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to this me. This me. Because of me now. Thank you for your services.
It's so heated right now because Santana's being disrespectful. He knows what to say to get me upset, and I feel like this was all a plot for him to do.
I smack you, bitch.
Thank you.
Like I'm a bitch.
No, my face your greasy, fat back.
You was just crying.
We was crying together. We was crying together.
In the dynamic, fast-paced world of reality TV, where relationships and drama blend together harmoniously, Zell found himself at the center of a controversy that would affect his circle of friends. Although Atlanta was a creative metropolis with a bustling population, there were mysteries brewing beneath the surface that could alter everything. Zell had always been sensitive to the complex dynamics he observed in friendships within the love and hip-hop community. Nothing could have prepared him for the rivalries and blossoming love affairs that unfolded in front of an enthusiastic audience. Initially circulating as merely conjecture, the bombshell involving his close friend Saucy Santana and his boyfriend, Chef D, eventually evolved into a full-fledged rumor. According to a whisper he had heard, Sheffy was entertaining the idea of receiving money from Saucy to stay in the relationship. Shocked and confused, Zell, who had witnessed the unmistakable chemistry between the two and often radiated warmth and charisma as the life of the party, struggled to accept this revelation. This new information painted a very different picture of a relationship that might be based more on transactional dynamics than on true attachment.
Now, you know, just out here chilling, doing my thing.
You think everything a joke, bro?
Let's see this tattoo. That's the joke.
Real. What you talking about?
And growing more worried, Zell decided it was time to look into it. He mentally relived certain situations, evenings full of companionship and laughter, but he could suddenly feel a tightness that hadn't been there before. As he went over these recollections, he saw that the glittering exterior frequently concealed deeper fears. Prior to this, the intimate chats, shared laughs, and late-night escapades all seemed to be tinted with a new depth of complexity and anxiety, particularly given the society they lived in. As the days went by, Zell began to consider the ramifications of this revelation, realizing that the demands of fame may distort people's ideas of what love and loyalty truly are. It's simple for people to find solace in transactional relationships instead of accepting vulnerability. It resonated with him that someone as lively and gifted as Sim might feel the need to pay for company. One night, as the Atlanta skyline shimmered, he wanted to guide his friend through this dangerous territory. Under the stars, Zell made the decision to speak with Saucy about the gossip they had heard at their favorite lounge, which was full of the sounds of laughter, music, and the aroma of delectable cuisine. The atmosphere was lively, yet there was a heavy weight to the discourse he was about to start.
What you mean? What do you mean?
Like, do it come with an obligation?
Ain't no obligation behind me getting the tattoo. This is for me. I want to do it. You're someone who's special to me. Yeah, we've been through hella. You put me through hella, but I did this for me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't trust you. I mean, I don't trust
Identifying the appropriate time, carefully selecting his words, and sharing his thoughts regarding the partnership, he made it apparent that his worries are rooted in friendship. Sassy is always charming, laughed, and dismissed the talk at first. But as the evening wore on, a deeper conversation emerged, and Zell could see the glimmer of doubt in his eyes. Zell's remarks touched a nerve, causing Sashi to consider the truth of his connection with Chef D in a vulnerable way. Sashi talked candidly about his worries about loneliness and desertion, acknowledging that the demands of celebrity had left him feeling uneasy, making him think that receiving money was a way to win his loyalty. Zell listened carefully, his heart heaving with sympathy, and he understood that S's worries were not unusual in their world, a world where relationships might be short-lived and trust was frequently eclipsed by glitz and glitter. Zell stressed the need for sincere bonds, reminding Saucy that love should be founded on sincerity and respect for one another, not on financial dealings. As the conversation deepened, Saucy began to confront the reality of his situation. The idea of paying Chef D for companionship stemmed from a place of fear rather than love. He had been searching for reassurance in the wrong places, using money as a way to keep someone close, when what he truly desired was a bond built on trust and emotional connection. With each revelation, the atmosphere shifted. Zell could sense a weight lifting from Sassy's shoulders as he acknowledged the truth. They spoke late into the night, unraveling dreams and fears that had been buried under layers of expectation. For the first time in a while, Saucy seemed to find clarity under the chaos of his emotions. As dawn broke over Atlanta, a new day emerged filled with possibilities. Saya was dead determined to redefine his relationship with Chef D, seeking authenticity and a deeper emotional connection. He realized that paying for companionship was a temporary fix, one that could not fill the void left by genuine love and support. Selt, a renewed sense of hope, understood that the road ahead would be challenging for Sassy, but he was committed to standing by his friend's side as he navigated this new chapter. In a world that often blurred the lines between love and convenience, Zell believed that the possibility of real, meaningful connections could still thrive. As the sun rose higher in the sky, casting a warm glow over the city, Saucy began to embrace the journey ahead. He resolved to confront Chef D about the nature of their relationship, hoping to establish a bond rooted in honesty and emotional depth. With Zell's unwavering support, he felt empowered to pursue a love that was true to himself, one that didn't rely on financial incentives but was instead grounded in the beauty of vulnerability. In the end, the journey of self-discovery and genuine connection would shape not only Saucy's relationships, but also his identity in the world of love and hip-hop. Atlanta. As the drama continued to unfold, one thing remained clear. Love, when nurtured authentically, would always triumph over the superficiality of the glamorous world around them. Intrigued and increasingly concerned, Zell decided it was time to investigate. He replayed moments in his mind, laughs filled with camaraderie, but now he could sense an undercurrent of tension that hadn't been there before. The late-night outings, the shared jokes, the intimate conversations, all seemed tinged with a new layer of complexity. As he sifted through these memories, he realized that the glitzy surface often masked deeper insecurities and fears, especially in the world they inhabited. As days passed, Zell found himself grappling with the implications of this revelation. He understood that the pressures of fame could warp perception of love and loyalty, making it easy for individuals to seek comfort in transactional relationships rather than embracing vulnerability. The idea that someone as vibrant and talented as Saucy could feel the need to pay for companionship struck a chord within him. He wanted to help his friend navigate this treacherous territory. One evening, as the Atlanta skyline shimmered under the stars, Zell decided to confront Saucy above the rumors. They gathered at their favorite lounge, a place filled with laughter, music, and the smell of delicious food. The ambiance buzzed with energy, but the weight of the conversation he was about to initiate hung heavily in the air. Finding the right moment, Zell approached the topic delicately. Choosing his words with "care," he shared his observations about the relationship, making it clear that his concerns stemmed from a place of friendship. Sashi, ever charismatic, initially brushed off the conversation with a laugh, but Zell could see the flicker of uncertainty in his eyes. As the night progressed, the laughter faded and a deeper discussion began to unfold. Zell's words struck a chord, prompting Saucy to reflect on the reality of his relationship with Chef D. With vulnerability, Saucy opened up about his fears of loneliness and abandonment. He admitted that the pressures of fame had left him feeling insecure, leading him to believe that financial support was a means to secure loyalty. Zell listened intently, his heart heavy with empathy. He knew that S's concerns were not uncommon in their world, a world where relationships could be fleeting and trust was often overshadowed by the glitz and glamour. Zell emphasized the importance of genuine connections, reminding Saucy that love should be based on mutual respect and authenticity, not on financial transactions. Here's what people have to say about the situation. Something tells me Young Miami brought Saucy. Diddy never has exclusive relationships, and he likes guys just as much as he likes women. Saucy is in love and hip-hop. Atlanta. He wants to have a male sponsor. Miami was the whole cover for this. He used her really for Saucy. I've been figured he was the prize. They're besties, and Diddy's a weirdo. Now we want to know your thoughts. Do you think it's true that Saucy Santana has been the real prize all along? And now that Miami and Santana's relationship is strained, what do you think he's going to reveal? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content just like this. If y'all have been in the loop with City Girls star Young Miami, then you know for sure that she's been under a lot of heat for that Diddy case. But she's been playing it cool, going on her podcast Caresha Please to tell her side of the story, talking about how she only had good experiences with Diddy, and according to Little Rod's testimony against Diddy, Miami recruited girls for these freak-offs. She was always ready to feed into Diddy's wild fetishes, whatever they may be, and however wild. Word on the street is that when Diddy met Santana, he told Miami that he wanted to hit that too, and she agreed to it. So all three of them got into some nasty business, allegedly. But what Miami didn't know was that Saucy was going to betray her by going behind her back to meet up with Diddy privately. Now, if you know the history of Diddy and Miami's roller coaster relationship, then you know that she doesn't play with that man at all. She has always wanted to be his number one, even though she knows Diddy cannot be held down by one woman. That's exactly why Young Miami is always beefing with Diddy's side pieces. Y'all remember when she went crazy when Diddy was with Gina Huyn? The beef started when Diddy posted a photo of him and Gina, where he was gently planting a kiss on her cheek. That made Miami real mad. She took to her social media account and wrote, "Somebody please give this beast some attention." Gina fired back in a post of her own where she said, "If anybody is seeking attention, B, it's you." To that, Miami responded, "Attention. B, I am the attention. Let's be clear. Notice me? A. B, go sit down. We see you. Relax, it's okay. You've been just around for years. You've been waiting on this moment. If he can't make you famous, B, I ain't wanting the last laugh." Gina responded again, "Suck my D. I don't give a F. And why you so pressed, mama? I thought you was a city girl." Now you'd think that was the end of their beef, but it started again after Diddy announced the birth of his daughter, Love Sean Combs, born to a 28-year-old cybersecurity analyst named Dana Tran. We don't know if Miami was mad at Gina or if she was mad at Diddy for having multiple affairs and a baby, despite proclaiming his love for her with intentions of marriage. But child, she took the brakes off and went off on Gina. "Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years. You've been around as a that eat, and when you feel like it, you eater. You the same B that was crying on Tasha K because you wanted a baby. Poor sushi. You want a baby, B. I have a career. You a certified freak. You haven't heard from Diddy since the awards, reminiscing on abortions. Let that hurt go. Chun-Li."